You were pouring cheap wine in a paper cup, boots on my dash, feet all scuffed up, laughing at the thunder on the radio. Said, if the sky falls, I just wanna know, will you hold my hand when the lights go down, when the small talk fades, when we leave this town? You just grinned, kicked the glove box shut, said, I ain't afraid of a little bit of rust, 'cause love's like an old red truck, beat up bed and a little bit stuck, but it still gets us where we're going, even when the rain starts blowing. Yeah, love's like a county line, fades in and out, but you're still mine. Every mile, every scar, every stop, every start, you're the back roads of my heart. We moved in fast, small house, thin walls, hand-me-down couch and late-night calls, arguing about bills we could barely pay, then dancing in the kitchen anyway. You burned the toast, I killed the song, we laughed till the bad day felt all wrong. You said, baby, I ain't perfect, but I'm here. I kissed that tear right off your beer, 'cause love's like an old red truck, beat up bed and a little bit stuck, but it still gets us where we're going, even when the wind keeps blowing. Yeah, love's like a county line, fades in and out, but you're still mine. Every mile, every scar, every stop, every start, you're the back roads of my heart. Your mama didn't like my worn-out jeans, my tattooed arm, or the way I dream. Said that boy's gonna break you in two. You just smiled, said maybe so, but I choose those Friday nights at the old state fair. You in my jacket, fireworks in your hair. We'd ride that rusted Ferris wheel up high, swear the whole world shrank to your blue eyes. Yeah, love's like an old red truck, beat up bed and a little bit stuck, but it still gets us where we're going. Headlights dim, but it keeps on glowing. Yeah, love's like a county line, fades in and out, but you're still mine. Every mile, every scar, every stop, every start, you're the back roads of my heart. We've been lost, we've been late, we've been standing in the driveway at the edge of fate. We've slammed doors, we gone cold, but every single time, baby, we come home. We've cursed God, we've asked why, we've pulled over just to scream and cry, but through the dust, through the doubt, we always find some way to turn around. 'Cause love's like an old red truck, beat up bed and a little bit stuck, but it still gets us where we're going, even when the storm keeps growing. Yeah, love's like a county line, fades in and out, but you're still mine. Every mile, every scar, every stop, every start, you're the back roads of my hospital floor, coffee gone cold, clock near 4. Doctor said might be a long, hard ride. You squeezed my fingers till I almost cried. Whispered, if I go, don't you stay the same. Paint the porch, change your name, but promise me this, when the night gets dark, you'll still talk to me out in the yard. I said, don't start packing up your life. You and me got too much fight. You ain't going anywhere tonight. You laugh weak, but your eyes burn bright. 'Cause love's like an old red truck, beat up bed and a little bit stuck, but it still gets us where we're going, even when the worst wind starts blowing. Yeah, love's like a county line, fades in and out, but you're still mine. Every mile, every scar, every stop, every start, you're the back roads of my Sunrise burning through the ground. Another day, another dollar wasted time. Same old streets, same old sign. Nothing changes, nothing moves on this assembly line.
My heart's a wrench turning slow, rust on the gears, nowhere to go.
But then you walked in, a flicker, a spark, a new spin. Oh, this Rust Belt heartbreak. Yeah, this Rust Belt heartbreak. Tearing me down, building me up, for goodness sake, this Rust Belt heartbreak. Oh, this Rust Belt heartbreak. Hey, breaking the mold for love's sweet sake.
Smokestacks coughing out the night, shadows dancing in the pale moonlight. Every promise, every fight felt like giving up on what was wrong or right.
My spirit a busted fuse, nothing left to gain, nothing left to lose.
But then your eyes met mine, a whiskey sunrise, a perfect sign.
Oh, this Rust Belt heartbreak. Yeah, this Rust Belt heartbreak. Tearing me down, building me up, for goodness sake, this Rust Belt heartbreak. Oh, this Rust Belt heartbreak. Breaking the mold for love's sweet sake. You were late to the diner on Main, hair in a knot, coffee stain on your sleeve. You laughed it off, said, guess that's my day. I thought, please let this girl never leave. You stirred that cup like you had all year, told me your dreams, how you're scared to be seen. Neon name tag, tiny town fears. I just kept staring, you just kept being. I was half broke, half lost, halfway gone, till you walked in humming some old country song. Just past sundown, you sat yourself down, turned a lonely booth into sacred ground. Now every sunrise, every small town night feels like a slow dance in your kitchen light. If this is love, then I'm done. Look around, found my forever just past sundown. We drove out past the county line sign, truck bed blankets, crickets humming soft. You traced your name on my rough, tired hand, said, promise me you ain't running off. You talk about leaving this town someday, I talk about coming wherever you go. You said words are cheap, hearts are paid in time, so I've been paying every mile, every road. I was half broke, half lost, halfway gone, till you walked in humming some old country song. Just past sundown, you sat yourself down, turned a lonely booth into sacred ground. Now every sunrise, every small town night feels like a slow dance in your kitchen light. If this is love, then I'm done. Look around, cried on our wedding day. Tissue stuffed into that worn leather purse. Your daddy shook my hand a little too long. Said love or fierce, for better or worse. Your dress was simple, your smile was not. Band in the corner, kids chasing fireflies. We said I do as the sky turned red. I swear I saw heaven in your eyes. I was half broke, half lost, halfway gone, till you walked in humming some old country song. Just past sundown, you wore that white gown, turning old barn floor into hallowed ground. Now every sunrise, every small town night feels like a slow dance in your kitchen light. If this is love, then I'm done. Look around, found my forever just past sundown. We fought one night about the bills and the rent. Voices too sharp in that tiny hall. Door slammed hard, pictures shook on the wall. I went outside staring up at it all. You came out quiet in an old football shirt, bare feet cold on the splintered porch rail. You said I'm scared, I ain't giving enough. I said, darling, that thought's gonna fail. 'Cause it's burnt toast mornings, long work days, babies crying, we're both late again. But love's in the dishes, love's in the dust, love's in the choosing each other, my friend. I was half broke, half lost, halfway gone, till you walked in humming some old country song. Just past sundown, when the world wears me down, you're the living room laugh, you're the soft, steady sound. Now every sunrise, every small town night feels like a slow dance in your kitchen light. If this is love, then I'm done looking around, found my forever just past sundown. One day these boards might creak under canes, silver in your hair, stories in our frames. We'll sit on this porch, counting porch light bugs, trading old jokes, trading old shrugs. I'll hold your hand, marked by the years, all of our failures, all of our cheers. You'll say we made it farther than we planned. I said I'd start it all over right where we began. At that same old diner on a Tuesday noon, you wipe a table, catch my eye still shy. I steal a sugar packet. Sun coming up on your old screen door, coffee in your cup, bare feet on my floor. You laugh at my hair, say I sleep too late, but you still kiss my cheek, say we're gonna be great. Your suitcase sat there by that crooked chair. I memorized every thread, every scar, every tear, till the day it was gone and you backed down the drive. and the dust from your tires took the light from my eyes. But you came back anyway, pulled in slow like a prayer. I forgot how to pray. All mine, I'm fine, fell apart in your name. Every mile you drove washed away my blame. I swore I lost you, swore it was too late, but you turned that wheel and you changed our fate, baby. I pushed your heart away, and you came back anyway. I remember rain on that dining room. You stared at your hand, said you wanted the truth. I hid behind pride like a worn-out shield, too scared of the hurt that you made me feel. You circled your finger around your paper cup, said I can't keep falling just to watch you get up. I watched you walk out through that glass and chrome, and I called that night freedom, but it felt like alone. Still you came back anyway, like a song on the wind. I once threw away all my goodbyes, all my burning bridges turned into smoke and second chances. I swore I lost you, swore it was too late, but you turned that wheel and you changed our fate, baby. I pushed your heart away, and you came back anyway. There were late night bars, there were strangers' names, too loud rooms trying to drown out your flame. I laughed too hard at somebody's joke, but the quiet walk home told the truth that I spoke. I kept your note in my glove box door, folded and worn like a prayer from the war. Love isn't easy, but it's worth the scars. If you ever get brave, you know where we are. I read those lines at every red light, felt that shame in the dashboard light, till one small town sign and a midnight sky made me finally drop my pride. So you came back anyway, but not 'cause I begged, not 'cause I made you stay. You came back strong, you came back sure. Said I want your heart, but I need it pure. I swore I lost you, swore it was too late, but you stood right there at my front gate, baby. I pushed your heart away, and you came back anyway. You said I don't need perfect, I just need honest. I don't want promises if you can't keep them. But if you're still in this, if you still want us, take off your armor, let me see you bleed, then heal. So I told you about the nights that I got it wrong, all the times I left when I should've held on. Told you about my father and his slam screen doors, how I learned to run long before I learned more. You didn't flinch, didn't turn your head, just traced every crack in the words I said. You took my hand like you always had, said we can grow good from whatever's been bad, and you stayed here anyway. Even when the storm rolled in and the sky turned gray, through every fight, every bitter word, every slam down phone, every hope deferred. I swore I'd lose you, swore you'd drive away, but you packed your faith for another day, baby. I pushed your heart away, and you stayed here anyway. There's a porch swing squeak to our everyday, half-finished projects in the yard halfway, burnt toast mornings and lawn chairs at night. We're a little bit crooked, but we're holding on tight. There's a dent in your Met you where the gravel meets the busted county line. You were stealing cherries from the back of someone's vine. Dust on your boots, laugh lines in your smile. Said you wanna see trouble, ride with me a while. You're my back road heartbeat, thumping in my chest so loud. My Sunday morning, my Friday night, my quiet prayer, my rowdy crowd. When the world starts shaking and I don't know who I am, you're my back road heartbeat, I'll follow it again. You talk with your hands when you're mad, you pace the floor. You'll slam the screen door, cuss, and then come kiss me at the door. Yeah, you burn every dinner, we just laugh and call it fate. Say, who needs a recipe when love still fills the plate? Yeah, you're my back road heartbeat, thumping in my chest so loud. My Sunday morning, my Friday night, my quiet prayer, my rowdy crowd. When the world starts shaking and I don't know who I am, you're my back road heartbeat, I'll follow it again. We got a crooked mailbox leaning like it knows our names, a dog that won't stop barking at the kids at ball games. You leave notes on napkins in my worn-out work truck cab. Drive safe, come home, you're still the best I ever had. You're my back road heartbeat, thumping in my chest so loud. My Sunday morning, my Friday night, my quiet prayer, my rowdy crowd. When the world starts shaking and I don't know who I am, you're my back road heartbeat, I'll follow it again. One day we'll be wrinkled, moving slow across this floor, counting all the little rings from glasses on this table board. If my memory fades and the names all slip away, I'll still know that rhythm that's been drumming every day. You're my back road heartbeat, thumping in my chest so loud. My Sunday morning, my Friday night, my quiet prayer, my rowdy crowd. When the world starts shaking and I don't know who I am, you're my back road heartbeat, I'll follow it again. So when they lay me down under red dirt, under sky, play that simple song of us, let it echo, let it ride. 'Cause love ain't in the headstones, it's the echo in your chest. You're my back road heartbeat, baby, you can keep the rest. Oh, yeah. You were pouring cheap beer in a hole in my wall, Saturday tips in a crooked glass jar. I was 3 long days and from an overtime week, dust on my boots and my broken in heart. You laughed when I missed the stool by a mile, said careful cowboy, that's a hard way down. I was hooked in a heartbeat, hooked on that smile, like you lit up the darkest bar in this town. Love hit me like a back road heartbeat, thumping in my chest on a ragged old seat. Windows down, your hair in the wind, every little mile pulling me in. If this is all I ever get to keep, you in that sundress, bare feet on my seat, then darling, I don't need a thing but this back road heartbeat and your front seat kiss. Oh yeah. We threw our names with a pocket knife deep in that oak by the fishing hole bin. You said maybe this is just a summertime thing. I said, girl, I hope summer never ends. You stole my hat and you ran through the field, kicking up dust where the fireflies spin. I swear the sky leaned closer to hear every small sing you let me in. Love hit me like a back road heartbeat, thumping in my chest on a ragged old seat. Windows down, you laugh in the dark, dashboard glowing like a falling star. If this is all I ever get to keep, you in that sundress, bare feet on my seat, then darling, I don't need a thing but this back road heartbeat and your front seat kiss. Met your mama over pot roasting prayer. Your daddy stared holes clear through my shirt. Asked what I wanted with his stubborn wild girl. I said everything, sir, for better or worse. You squeezed my knee under that old pine table, I saying thank you and don't you dare run. I'd walk through every smaller town whisper just to be your foolish faithful one. I've been broke, I've been burned, thought I was done taking turns, but your hand in mine made a long life feel like mine to learn. Love hit me like a back road heartbeat, thumping in my chest on a ragged old seat. Windows down, the radio low, two-lane faith in the way we go. If this is all I ever get to keep, you humming along off key, off beat, then darling, I don't need a thing but this back road heartbeat and your front seat kiss. Had late night fights in the kitchen light, bills stacked high on the countertop. Slammed a few doors, said things we regret, swore we were done, then we never quite stopped. Cause you come back wearing my old shirt, I still red but your pride laid down. You say I still choose you in the hurt, and that simple truth shakes this whole old town. There was rain in the forecast the day we got hitched, but the clouds held back till we said I do. Your grandpa cried, preacher's voice broke, I just kept staring at the light on you. We danced in mud when the sky gave in, your veil stuck wet to your laughing face. Every storm since then when the thunder begins, I remember that first wild holy rain. Love holds on like a back road heartbeat, steady through the bumps and the hard-packed heat. Windows fogged, your hand on the glass, tracing out names as the seasons pass. If this is all I ever get to keep, your sleepy smile and our kids in the back seat, then darling, I don't need a thing but this back road heartbeat and your front seat kiss. Now there's crayons crushed in the floorboard dust, little boots kicked off by the door. You're humming soft in the hallway glow, rocking our youngest till her breathing slows. I catch your eyes above his little head, same wild girl from that smoky bar. Dust motes dance in the sunbeam, thick and slow, across the worn-out linoleum where our bare feet used to go. That old kitchen table, scarred from 1,000 meals, holds just a coffee cup now, and all that silence feels. Oh, the fading pictures in my mind of a love I thought the good Lord had designed. Every smile, every tear, every whispered word, a melody forgotten, a song unheard. Just fading pictures and a heart that still yearns for the lessons that a love like ours only learns. Remember that old Ford pickup, rust on the driver's side? We drive for hours, nowhere bound, with nothing left to hide. Your hand on my knee, the radio soft and low, talking about forever like young folks always do. You know, we planned out our whole future under that big oak tree. Never once did we imagine what forever wouldn't be. Oh, the fading pictures in my mind of a love I thought the good Lord had designed. Every smile, every tear, every whispered word, a melody forgotten, a song unheard. Just fading pictures and a heart that still yearns for the lessons that a love like ours. Swing still creaks on evenings warm and long, just like it did when we'd sit there humming some old love song. I see your shadow in the twilight, a ghost against the screen, reaching out for something that just can't be unseen. The way you'd laugh at my bad jokes, the crinkle by your eyes, now just a memory playing beneath these lonely skies. Time, they say, heals all wounds, makes the sharp edges blur, but some scars run so deep they just can't help but stir. When a scent, a sound, a feeling brings it all rushing back, like a freight train in the darkness on an empty, lonesome track. I try to hold on to the good times, the joy, the gentle grace, but the pain keeps on reminding of an empty, hallowed place. Met you in a bar off Highway 9. You were laughing at the jukebox, skipping every line. Boot heel tap and blue eyes sharp, you drew your name in the ring on the bar. Said you look lost, but you look sure. I said I ain't cured, but I've seen worse. You stole my cap, said drive me home that old Ford road like it wasn't alone. I got your back roads on my heart, got your lipstick in my truck. Every mile I drive from you, it just tightens up the clutch. You're the long way I keep taking, you're the song I can't restart. I got your back roads paved across my heart. Oh yeah. We threw that map out the window fast, follow fence posts, chasing cattle in grass. Radio buzzing some worn out tune, but you were humming something brand new. Dust in your hair, sun on your arm, bare feet up on my dashboard charm. You said promise me just one thing, if this breaks we still let it sting. I got your back roads on my heart, got your laughter in my lungs. Every time I try to leave, I taste your name on my tongue. You're the long way I keep taking, that. We talked about kids in a little white place. You traced floor plans on my calloused hands. You said, don't you dare become your dad. I said, I'll spend my life proving I'm not that man. I got your back roads on my heart, got your jacket on my chair. Every empty Sunday morning, you're the ghost that's sitting there. You're the long way I keep taking. You're the mark on every chart. I got your back roads, driving through my heart. Hey, one late fall, leaves all rust. You pack dreams in the back of my truck. Said there's a job 3 counties away. Will you hate me if I can't stay? I clenched my jaw, tried to act tough, but every brave word just wasn't enough. You kissed my chin, kissed my mouth, said if it's real, it'll find its route. Now it's coffee for one at that same old bar. Your laugh lives on in the corner by the jar. I talk too loud so I don't think. I chew my pride like tobacco and drink. Folks say, son, let it go, but you're stitched in every shirt I own. You're the way my hand hangs on the wheel, that little pause before I peel. I drive past that job sign twice a week. Practice speeches I'll never speak. Baby, I'm better, I ain't so scared, but I turn around halfway there. I got your back roads on my heart, got your thunder in my chest. Every girl that learns my name just gets your second-hand best. You're the long way I keep taking. You're the scar dressed up as art. I got your back roads, winding through my heart, oh winding. Time moves on like a cattle train. New paint sign, same old rain. Heard you married some steady hand, a quiet guy, a safer plan. Yeah, I ain't bitter, I ain't mad, just a little more like my old man. Talk big talk, sleep alone, leave the light on like you're coming home. If loving you was wrong, then wrong felt right. If losing you was mercy, why's it home my nights? If I had one more. Name tag hanging sideways, little chip red jaw, full of tips and folded phone numbers you never planned to call. I walked in for a quick one, stumbled into it all. From the tailgate to the chapel, from a handshake to your hand, from a slow song in a back room to a gold ring on a band. I was drifting like a dandelion, blowing through this busted town. Then your laugh cut through the static. You turned this runaway around.
You said, boy, you look like trouble, with that half-crooked grin. Boot heels on the bar rail, you
cars that never made it far.
How your daddy taught you patience, mine taught leaving in the dark.
From the tailgate to the chapel, from a handshake to your hand, from a slow song in a back room to a gold ring on a band. I was drifting like a dandelion, blowing through this busted town. Then your laugh cut through the static, you turned this runaway around. First date by the river, mosquitoes, June heat. You showed up in your work boots, cut-offs, bare feet. Radio on the dashboard, static in a tune. You leaned back on that blanket, said, come see this kind of moon. I've been all edge, all armor, all joke, all smoke, all show. But you saw past the stories to the part I didn't show. From the tailgate to the chapel, from a handshake to your hand, from a slow song in a back room to a gold ring on a band. I was drifting like a dandelion, blowing through this busted town. Then your eyes said, boy, you're home now. You turn this runaway around. We burned through all 4 seasons in that borrowed single wide. Stacked your textbooks on the dresser, hung my cap on the side.
Mismatched cups in the pantry, secondhand old couch. You painted all the cabinets blue, said we'll make this sacred ground somehow.
Friday nights at the drive-in, cheap popcorn on your shirt. You cried during the previews, laughed through all the hurt. You traced plans on my forearm, little house, big oak tree, dog prints in the backyard, baby names in between. From the tailgate to the chapel, from a handshake to your hand, from a slow song in a back room to a gold ring on a band. We were dreaming over dishes, talking someday, talking soon, with the street light through the window, painting halos in the room.
Remember that storm rolled in, tore down half this town. You stood in the doorway, shaking, said, what if it all falls down?
I wrapped my arms around you, said let it all shake loose. We'll nail back every shingle, I ain't running, I choose you. I choose you.
We fought like summer thunder, over money, over pride. I slept on that torn out sofa, you cried in the bathroom quiet. But even in the silence, with our tempers running hot, your coffee cup beside mine said we still got a shot.
Loving all fairground lights and kisses on the hood. It's oil stains in the driveway, doing more than what you could. From the tailgate to the chapel, from a handshake to your hand, from a slow song in a back room to a gold ring on a band.
From my mind to I promise, from I'll try to yes I do, every mile and every meltdown, just another rodeo.
Your mama beat the doctor to the hospital that day, cried into your hair and whispered, baby, it's gonna be okay.
You squeezed my fingers breathless, said let it all shake loose. We'll nail back every shingle, I ain't running, I choose you.
We fought like summer thunder, over money, over pride. I slept on that torn out sofa, you cried in the bathroom quiet.
But even in the silence, with our tempers running hot, your coffee cup beside mine said we still got a shot.
You were pouring cheap wine, hear the jar with my name, bare feet on my dash, like you'd never be tamed. July wind in your hair, sunburn on my arm. You were laughing too loud, I was falling too hard. I took the long way down that back road to your heart. Through every wrong turn, slow burn, every step and start. I drove through heartbreak, heartache, chasing every star. But all those small town miles just led me back road to your heart.
Back road to your heart, yeah.
That old county line sign saw us fighting at night. You said, boy, you don't listen, you just think you're right. I slammed the door, truck in gear, dust cloud in my mirror. Put your jacket on my seat, made you feel too near. I took the long way down that back road to your heart. Through every wrong turn, slow burn, every step and start. I drove through heartbreak, heartache, chasing every star. But all those small town miles just led me back road to your heart. Back road to your heart. Met a girl in the city, high heels, high rise. But she talked about money, never fireflies. I miss your porch light, I miss that curtain swing. How you'd hold hands more out of tune than me. Tried to outrun your memory, burning through the gasoline. But every highway exit sign spilled out your name to me. I took the long way down that back road to your heart. Through every wrong turn, slow burn, every stop and start. I drove through heartbreak, heartache, turning them dark. 'Cause every mile that scares us just stitches us if I was always headed back road to your heart.
Back road to your heart.
You were dust on my dashboard, coffee on my sleeve, laughing out the window at a world we had to leave. Sunday on the blacktop, your boots on my dash. You said love's just a moment, I swore it always lasts. We carved our names in oak wood by that rusted county bridge. You said you'd jump forever if forever meant like this. I kissed your worries quiet under harvest moon and smoke. You said, boy, just don't you promise things you can't hold like a rope. But I'm still halfway back to you on every two-lane that I drive through. Every now leaving sign feels like I'm leaving you behind. If love's a road, I'm stuck on this view, mile after mile of missing you. I turn the key, but the truth shines through. I'm still halfway back to you. You packed two broken suitcases, folded fury, folded hope. Took the magnet off the fridge, left your ring beside a note. Said I need someone steady, not a storm in worn out jeans. I can't raise our kids on wishes and those half-remembered dreams. I watched your taillights shrinking like a prayer that came too late. Beer got warm there in my hand, my pride burned into shame. Neighbors watched through curtains like a small-town evening show. I just stood there in the gravel, let that gravel have my soul. 'Cause I'm still halfway back to you on every song the jukebox choose. Every slow dance in this bar, I see your hands, I feel your scars. If love's a road, I'm stuck on this view, mile after mile of missing you. I spin in place like a truck can do. I'm still halfway back to you. I tried to hate your leaving, tried to curse your daddy's name, tried to blame this town, this house, tried to drown you in the rain. But your ghost drinks in my kitchen, wears my shirt and hums off key, reaching for that chip blue coffee cup like you're right here next to me. Oh. Your toothbrush is on the counter, your dress hangs on the door. The grocery list you scribbled still curl up on the floor. Milk, eggs, call mom flowers with a heart beside my name. I trace it with my thumb and wonder when forever changed its frame. Your mama meets me Fridays at that diner off the square. She still orders what you used to, leaves your portion in the chair. She says, boy, you look so tired, like you've driven through your youth. I stir my coffee, try to smile, but my eyes confess the truth that I'm still halfway back to you on every future I walk through. Every baby in a stroller, every hand on someone's shoulder. If love's a road, I'm stuck on this view, mile after mile of missing you. I swear I've changed, if you only knew. I'm still halfway
poker, sold the boat, paid off the loan. Fixed the screen door like you asked, hung some curtains in our home. There's a garden out there growing where your wildflowers used to be. I learned to follow planting seasons like you taught me patiently. I talk to you at sundown on that back porch, swing that squeaks. Tell you about the neighbor's dog, how the roof still leaks. I practice all my apologies on the wind and on my beard. I say, girl, I get it now, but you ain't here to hear. Still, I'm halfway back to you through every choice I didn't choose, every slam door, every fight, when I pick being proud over being right. If love's a road, I'm stuck on this view, mile after mile of missing you. I trade this house, this life, this pew, just to get all the way. You were wiping down tables at closing time. The neon clock said midnight. You said I'm just fine. I was nursing my coffee, trying not to stare. Boots on the rail, heart hanging in the air. You laughed at my jokes that weren't that good, said you talked too much the way a stranger would. But you tapped on my cup and you stole my hat, said if you want this back, you know where I'm at. Take me down those back roads to your heart, past the keep out signs and rusted parts, past the fences that you built so high, past the hurt you swear you left behind. I don't need a map, a perfect start, just a beat up truck and who you are. Every mile, every scar, every hard part, I'll drive all night down back roads to your heart. The first date was a booth by the kitchen door. You said I don't dress up, this is who I am, for sure. You were nervous with your hands spinning that straw. I was terrified you'd see every crack and flaw. We talked about Sunday and no mistakes, the kind of trust it breaks and what it takes. You said people leave when the road gets rough. I said, baby, I'm a fool, it stays too much. So take me down those back roads to your heart, past the keep out signs and rusted parts, past the fences that you built so high, past the hurt you swear you left behind. I don't need a map, a perfect start, just a beat up truck and who you are. Every mile, every scar, every hard part, I'll drive all night down back roads to your heart. Daddy's old fishing place, half fallen dock and his tackle case. Said he drank too hard and he loved too loud. Then you stared at the sky like it was a crowd. I skipped a stone but it just sank down. You said that's more like him than some saint in town. I wrapped you in my jacket when the wind got cold. You whispered I'm not easy, I'm just kind of old. You said my story ain't pretty, it's a scrapyard piled high. I said, girl, it's your city,
I'm just driving by. Let me down those back roads to your heart, past the keep out signs and rusted parts, past the empty nights and goodbye calls, past the names you carved on bedroom walls. I don't need a map, a perfect start, just a beat up truck and who you are. Every mile, every scar, every hard part, I'll drive all night down back roads to your heart. Year one flew by in a single song. Spring turned to summer, then autumn long. We were painting that bedroom eggshell white, arguing colors and making up all night. You cried in the driveway in your mama's dress, holding that picture from a past you guessed. You said, I'm scared you'll find somebody new. I pulled you close and said, that ain't what I do. I said, I've known of you from leaving, I've slept in the cab alone, but with your head on my hoodie, every highway feels like home. So I'm staying on these back roads to your heart, past the keep out signs and rusted parts, past the I don't care you like to say, to hide the part of you that hopes I'll stay. I don't need a map or perfect start, just a beat up truck and who you are. Every mile, every scar, every hard part, I'll drive all night down back roads to your heart. We had that winter where we damn near broke, living off tips and secondhand smoke. You took extra shifts, I worked overtime. We buried our anger under dollar signs, dishes like mountains in the kitchen sink, both of us too tired to talk or think, till one late. Sunrise burning through the grind, another day, another dollar wasted time. Same old street, same old sign. Nothing changes, nothing moves on this assembly line.
My heart's a wrenched, turning slow, rust on the gears, nowhere to go. But then you walked in, a flicker, a spark, a new spin.
Oh, this rust belt heartbreak, yeah, this rust belt heartbreak, tearing me down, building me up, for goodness sake. This rust belt heartbreak,
Oh, this rust belt heartbreak,
breaking the mold, for love's sweet sake.
smokestacks coughing out the night, shadows dancing in the pale moonlight. Every promise, every fight felt like giving up on what was wrong or right. My spirit, a busted fuse, nothing left to gain, nothing left to lose. But then your eyes met mine,
A whiskey sunrise, a perfect sign.
Coffee steam in your hands, first light leaking through the back of that screen door. Old dog sleeping on the welcome mat. You just laughed, said, look what you're late for. I've been loving you since dust on your front porch steps, since cheap wine, July, and grass stains on my neck. Every mile that I drive just leads me back to this heart like a home, hands like a promise I can't resist. I've been loving you, and I ain't done yet. You had blue paint on your Sunday dress from that bedroom wall. You swore you'd finish someday. Turned the brush on me, drew a heart on my chest, said, boy, you're stuck long as this don't fade. I've been loving you since paint on your Sunday dress, since takeout and tailgates and your head on my vest. Every wrong that I've done, still somehow you bless. You turn my busted up prayers into something like rest. I've been loving you, and I ain't done yet. There were slam doors, tires spitting up gravel. I swore I'd go farther than the county line, but I hit that sign and my hands started shaking. Turn this truck around before the gas hit 9. I don't always say it right, don't always fight the right fight, but your name keeps winning in my mind. Oh yeah, I've been loving you since late night come back home text, since kitchen floor makeups and your eyes still wet. Every scar that we wear is a page in our duet. You're the line I never wanna forget. I've been loving you, and I ain't done yet. One day we'll be silver in our hair, pills by the bed, reading glasses on a chair, TV talking low while you fall asleep there, breathing soft, breathing slow like a long, long prayer. I'll trace every wrinkle like a road I met, say, look at us, baby, we ain't done yet. Hey! Hey, I've been loving you since dust on your front porch steps, since first nervous knocking that who the hell's this, from your daddy in the hallway sizing me up in his vest, to the drive off your driveway with your hand on my chest. I've been loving you through every wrong turn in bed, every sunrise, every sunset. I've been loving you, and I ain't done yet. Barefoot, still coffee in your hands, same old dog dreams by the rusted swing set. You look at me with that I still choose you stare, say, boy, remember, we ain't done yet. I've been loving you, and I ain't done yet. Met you where the gravel meets the old state line. You were drinking cherry cola, I was sipping cheap red wine. The sun was hanging crooked on a rusty welcome sign. You laughed and said you're leaving, or you're staying here this time. You had dust on your sandals and a map in your hand, said, I'm following the detours more than any kind of plan. I said, girl, I get that, been running since I ran. Then your fingers brushed my jacket and the world just kinda ran. You're my bag of road heartbeat, racing my blood in the dark. Every mile, every memory, spelling our names in the stars. If this highway ever ends, let it end in your arms. You're my back road heartbeat, my wild, my home, my spark. We drove past a mailbox with my faded family name.
You said, tell me about your goals, tell me about your shame. I watched the fields roll over like they never learned my face. Said I never felt like I belonged in any one damn place. You turned down the volume on that old dashboard glow. 'Cause everybody's running 'cause they're scared to let it show. Then you put your head against the cold glass of the door, whispered, if you wanna leave, while you're circling back for more. You're my back road heartbeat, racing my blood in the dark. Every mile, every memory, spelling our names in the stars. If this highway ever ends, let it end in your arms. You're my back road heartbeat, my wild, my home, my spark. We found that busted diner with the flickering open sign. You stole all my French fries, I stole little looks sometimes. You said, love ain't fireworks, it's coffee at 2 a.m. It's the way you say you're leaving, but you circle back again. We slow danced on the sidewalk to a song from inside. The waitress lit a cigarette and gave a tired smile. You spun underneath the neon in your threadbare jeans. Said, if this ain't forever, it's the closest that I've seen. You're my back road heartbeat, racing my blood in the dark. Every mile, every memory, spelling our names in the stars. If this highway ever ends, let it end in your arms. You're my back road heartbeat, my wild, my home, my spark. I've loved like a landslide, fast and gone too soon. I've loved like a thunderstorm, shaking every room. But this feels like sunrise, slow on your bedroom wall, like the quiet in your laughter when you finally trust a fall. Now there's boots on your doorstep and a dog by a gate. Your sweater on my chair and your hair in my pillowcase. My mom keeps calling just to hear you on the line. She says, boy, she's got that kindness we've been praying you would find. Your toothbrush in my bathroom looks like it always belonged. We burn the eggs each Sunday while we hum the same old song. You kiss me in the kitchen, smell of coffee, toast, and rain. Say you think this road we're taking ever circles back again. You're my back road heartbeat, racing my blood in the dark. Every mile, every memory, spelling our names in the stars. If this highway ever ends, let it end in your arms. You're my back road heartbeat, my wild, my home, my spark. If the truck breaks down and the money runs thin,
you pouring whiskey got the rusty nail, name tag crooked, telling some tall tale about leaving this town, about changing your name. I was nursing heartache and cheap house wine, boots kicked up on that neon sign. Just another lost soul, stuck in the same old frame. But you put back roads on my heart, dust on my plans, a flame in the dark, turned every dead end into some kind of start. Yeah, you caught me falling apart in a bar full of lies and a jukebox of scars. You
put back roads on my heart. You laugh to think on my busted arm, said back a crooked compass ever do you harm. I said it points everywhere, said where I'm meant to be. You took a napkin, drew a little star, right where this town is on the map so far. Said, boy, sometimes the place you're running from holds the key. 'Cause you put back roads on my heart, dust on my plans, the flame in the dark turned every dead end into some kind of star. Yeah, you caught me falling apart in a bar full of lies and a jukebox of scars. You put that roads on my heart. Next week Sunday, we were skipping church, tailgate pew on a riverbank perch, sun burning holes in that blue sky dome. You stole my ball cap, jumped in the stream, said love ain't love, it's a long haul dream. I said, if you're the journey, this fool's found home. You put back roads on my heart, dust on my plans, the flame in the dark turned every dead end into some kind of start. You took every broken part by the water and willows and your bare wet arms. You put back roads on my heart. We hit 30 states in a beat-up Ford, fast food cups in a dashboard, Lord, change in the ashtray, blankets in the back, your boots on the dash, bare feet on the glass, radio live like a miles roll past, talking about forever like a well-worn track. Every mile marker, every sunrise brand new, all those wide open spaces still felt smaller than you. Yeah, you put back roads on my heart, dust on my plans, a flame in the dark turned every dead end into some kind of start. You took every broken part, turned them into verses and late night sparks. You put back roads on my heart. I ain't saying it's easy, we fight like a thunder, love like rain, slamming doors on a Tuesday, slow dancing barefoot in the kitchen again. Oh yeah. You slam that pan on the stove, I swear I'm sleeping in my truck, but one soft sorry from your lips, I'm staying for good. Baby, that's our kind of luck. It was that night by your daddy's land. You said these fields are all I understand. Thought I'd see regret hiding in your eyes, but you pointed out where the oak tree grows. Said right there's where the good
good stuff shows. Roots dig deep when the storm clouds rise. You don't need some big city, you don't need some fancy plan. You just need one stubborn fool who won't let go of your hand. And you put back clothes on my heart, dust on my plans, a flame in the dark turned every dead end into some kind of star. You took that runaway part, sat it down on your porch in the yard. You put back roads on my heart. Now there's baby shoes on the kitchen chair, your old flannel on the rocking chair, little fingerprints on every window pane. We're late on a payment, but right on time for swing set squeals and muddy blue eyes making up stories.
Bet you where the gravel turns back into clay, red dust on your sandals, sun dying away. You laughed at my pickup, said that thing still runs. I said it gets me through the mud and under setting suns. You're my back road to your heart, no map, no marked off line, just a busted up truck and your hand in mine. We got miles and miles of maybe and a sky that's falling dark. I don't need a highway, baby, you're my back road to your heart. Yeah. You climbed in the front seat, feet up on the dash, radio half crackling, old pictures in the glass. Told me about your leaving and all you had to prove. I said I ain't scared of distance if it keeps me next to you. You're my back road to your heart, no map, no marked off line, just a busted up truck and your hand in mine. We got miles and miles of maybe and a sky that's falling dark. I don't need a highway, baby, you're my back road to your heart. We learned every fence post, every leaning tree, that old rusted mailbox where you first kissed me. Moonlight on the mirror, your hair a tangled mess. You whispered, can you feel it? I choked on my yes, yeah. Thought it'd be forever, young and wild and short. Didn't see the storm clouds rolling past your door. You're my back road to your heart, no map, no marked off line, just a busted up truck and your hand in mine. We got miles and miles of maybe and a sky that's falling dark. I don't need a highway, baby, you're my back road to your heart. You left with the sunrise, threw bags in your car, said I'll call you Sunday. I watched you drive too far.
Weeks turned into winters, small talk turned to snow. Buried all the letters in the field behind the road. I tried chasing bright lights, I tried chasing pay, but every single payday just felt like a way. You're my back road to your heart. No map, no marked off line, just a busted up truck and your hand in mine. We got miles and miles of maybe in a sky that's falling dark. I don't need a highway, baby. You're my back road to your heart. My back road. Years go like taillights, fading out of view. I swore I was over everything about you, till I saw that same sand lot, heard that same screen door, and your shadow on the porch like the night before. You said I got tired of leaving, tired of starting new. Every map I ever followed kept on pointing back to you. You're my back road to my home, to the place I wanna be. Every wrong turn that I took kept curving back to we got miles and miles of mercy and a second-hand fresh start. I don't need a highway, baby. You're my back road to my heart. Yeah, you're my back road to my heart. Yeah. Now there's boots by the doorway, 2 mugs in the sink, your jacket on my chair, your lipstick on the rim, that pink. Mornings taste like coffee, and your shoulder on my chest. Nights feel like a long drive where we never need to rest. Sometimes we get stubborn, sometimes we slam doors, but we always circle back to that gravel road of ours. You're my back road to my heart, rough and full of turns. Every fight, every kiss, just another curve we learn. We got miles and miles of maybe in a second-hand fresh start. I don't need a highway, baby. You're my back road to my heart. Oh, yeah, you're my back road to my heart. Yeah. Oh, yeah. If the engine ever
met you by the ice machine, dust on your boots, my favorite jean jacket. You laughed at my busted old truck, said, boy, does that heap even make it back? Sun dropping slow on that county line, your hair blowing wild through the window, radio stuck on some broken station, but you sang anyway, so soft, so low. You're my back road heartbeat, my late night porch light, the slow dance barefoot in the kitchen at midnight. Every mile, every scar, every wrong turn in this old car led me right where I was meant to start, right here with your back road heartbeat in my heart. First fight in a parking lot of rain, I cursed like a fool, you just stared me down. You said, love ain't scared of a storm, it learns how to stand on shifting ground. We made up on your mama's couch, cold fries, warm hands, and a tear or two. You traced all my cracked up plans, whispered, baby, I still believe in you. You're my back road heartbeat, my late night porch light, the slow dance barefoot in the kitchen at midnight. Every mile, every scar, every wrong turn in this old car led me right where I was meant to start, right here with your back road heartbeat in my heart. Summers turned to winters quick, that old high school bar turned into dust. Your ring sitting neat in my glove box next to a note that just says us. We painted our names on a rental sign, said someday we'll buy this broken place. We got more dreams than dollars, but I got your laughter in every space. Sometimes I wake up scared, thinking all of this could fade. Then you roll over, steal my pillow, say we'll be fine, we ain't afraid. You're my back road heartbeat, my late night porch light, the slow dance barefoot in the kitchen at midnight. Every mile, every scar, every wrong turn in this old car led me right where I was meant to start, right here with your back road heartbeat in my heart. We burned through tires and trouble, we've slammed some doors too hard, said things in the heat of the moment, left each other standing in the yard. Hey! But every time the dust clears, it's your eyes pulling me home. We don't need some perfect picture, we just need a place our love can grow. Your daddy's old guitar in the corner, our kids' crayons on the kitchen floor. You hum off key as the coffee brews, I swear I've never needed nothing more. Bills stacked high on the table, but your head's on my shoulder, calm. You say we'll get there slow and steady. We got faith and we got these palms. Hands rough from all this trying, but they still fit just right. Two rings catching morning sunlight, two hearts holding on tight. You're my back road heartbeat, my late night porch light, the slow dance barefoot in the kitchen at midnight. Every mile, every scar, every wrong turn in this old car led me right where I was meant to start, right here with your back road heartbeat in my heart. I remember that first I love you, in the dark of that dead-end road. I was scared I might just lose you if I said what my chest already knows. But you smiled, leaned a little closer, said, took you long enough. That's a 9-mile restless wandering, found a name and called it love. You're my back road heartbeat, my late night porch light, the slow dance barefoot in the kitchen at midnight. Every mile, every scar, every wrong turn in this old car led me right where I was meant to start, right here with your back road heartbeat in my heart. So if this road runs out tomorrow, met you by the ice chest, dirt road, late July. Truck bed full of half-warm beer, sun still in your eyes. You laughed at my old ball cap, said it'd see some miles. I said I'd drive you anywhere just to see that smile. We got a tailgate to the stars, two hearts in one old car, love in a mason jar shaking in the dark. We got grass
dashboard, bare feet by the fall. That creek below the cottonwoods heard every secret, every call. He chased my name in red dust on its silver Chevy door. Said, it's just as what broke looks like. I don't perfect anymore. We got a tailgate to the stars, two hearts and one old car. Love in a mason jar, shaking in the dark. We got grass on our jeans, speed on your lips, gasoline. Who needs a map when I got your hand, baby? That's all I understand. Just you and me and this beat-up heart. Tailgate to the stars. We learned how to fight soft, turn thunder into rain. You cried in my blue work shirt, mascara on the grain. Kitchen light at midnight, cold coffee, won't regret. I said, I ain't going anywhere. And said, you better not forget. We got a tailgate to the stars, two hearts and one old car. Love in a mason jar, shaking in the dark. We got grass on our jeans, sweet on your lips, gasoline. Who needs a map when I got your hand, baby? That's all I understand. Just you and me in this beat-up heart. Tailgate to the stars. One day they'll sell that Chevy to some kid down the road. They'll crank up some new love song where our old stories roll. They'll never know our names, but they'll park where we once parked, where we promised forever under that big breathing dog. Yeah, forever. If the good Lord sips the porch light, calls one of us on home, promise me you'll keep my hat right there by the phone. And when that burn storm hits you and you're standing in the yard, look up where we used to look. I won't be very far. We got a tailgate to the stars, two hearts and one old car. World in a mason jar, shaking in the dark. We got grass on our jeans, sweet on your lips, gasoline. Who needs a map when I got your hand, baby? That's all I understand. Just you and me and this beat-up heart. Tailgate to the stars. New sky, feel diving, it's crazy. Tender, let's say. Met you at a rundown diner, coffee cold, my hands were too. You laughed at how the sugar spilled, said guess it means I'm staying a few. Sunset in the broken blinds, painted stripes across your face. You were talking about leaving town, I was falling right there in that place. You drew hearts on a napkin, said you did it when you're bored. Tucked it in my flannel pocket like a quiet little word. I walked you to that gravel lot where your mama's pickup sat. You said love just ain't my strong suit, but my heart said I can live with that. If this old world keeps spinning wild, you're the stillness in my storm. Every back road, every mile feels like home when you're in my arms. From the first hello to the last goodbye, from the first wrong turn that turned out right. If love is just a moment passing by, then let me love you for the rest of my life. 2 years in that small apartment, leaking roof and crooked floor, hand-me-downs and hand-washed dishes, your boots by a squeaky door. We kept changing out the light bulbs, trying to chase the dark away, but the brightest thing in that old place was your bare feet dancing in the frame. We fought about the little things, like who forgot to lock the gate. You'd roll your eyes, I'd raise my voice, we'd both throw pride in the wrong place. Then you'd pour us 2 cheap glasses of that wine we never liked. Say, baby, we can lose this battle long as love still wins tonight. If this old world keeps spinning wild, you're the stillness in my storm. Every back road, every mile feels like home when you're in my arms. From the burned out bulbs to the busted pipe, from the slam doors to the made up nights. If love is just a moment passing by, then let me love you for the rest of my life. Your daddy never liked me much, said I dreamed more than I planned. You stood there in that churchyard with my ring on your left hand. He shook mine like it hurt his bones, but he pulled me kinda near, whispered, boy, you better hold her when the weight gets too much to bear. We drove off in that same old truck, tin cans dragging on the road. You were humming some worn-out tune about forever faith and hope. Fields rolled by like movie scenes, scarecrows bowing as we passed. You leaned over, kissed my shoulder, said, promise me that this will last. If this old world keeps spinning wild, you're the stillness in my storm. Every back road, every mile feels like home when you're in my arms. From the cheap bouquet to the crooked cake, from the first night fears to the vows we made. If love is just a moment passing by, then let me love you. There were nights we almost lost it, bills piled high and hope ran thin. I took work that stole my sleep, you took shifts that stole your grin. But every time I reach for you, half asleep in that old bed, you mumble, we're gonna make it. I believe those words you said. We hung pictures of our summers at the lake and at the fair. Your hair tangled by the Ferris wheel, cotton candy everywhere. You kept every little ticket stub in a box beneath our sink. Said one day we'll show our babies where their mama used to drink. Then that blue line on a Monday changed the count of every day. Suddenly the kitchen tiles felt too small to hold our faith. You cried laughing on my shoulder, with your hands across your waist. I knelt